made on Ridgeway Sport Podcast, episode 42. Hunter Keister back with
K the Mac. Let's go.
Here we go, episode 42, bringing you another week in sports, and we got some NFL to talk about tonight, as we're going to go over the Week 8 matchups already at the midweek season, midway point of the season, and it's gone by so fast. It's crazy how fast it goes by every year, but
Flying
here we
by.
go, another week, and we will start it off as the Ravens and Tampa Bay Buccaneers have just kicked off their Thursday night game. This matchup is really interesting to me. 4-3 Ravens, they've looked pretty well. They're 2-1 on the road. Tampa Bay looks to avoid losing three straight after, terrible losses to the Panthers and Pittsburgh Steelers in back-to-back weeks in games that should never be lost by especially Tom Brady, and he's
underperformed.
He straight up underperformed, especially last week, not even scoring a touchdown against the putrid Panthers.
Yikes.
Yikes is right.
So let's open up with this game then. Ravens Bucks. Who we thinking?
As I just made my weekly pick'em for the pick'em league that I'm in at my work. I took the Tampa Bay Bucks, and I'm sticking with that for this. I think that Tom Brady should not lose 3 in a row. Shouldn't happen. He lost 2, and he played really bad, and I think that he avoids losing 3 straight. But it'll be hard because I think the Baltimore Ravens are going to come to play looking to avoid being 4-4. So I think that this is going to be a really good game.
For the first matchup of the week, I'm going to go with Tampa Bay to beat Baltimore. Reason being, I think Tampa's offense can finally get going against that exposable Ravens secondary. They've blown some leads. Lamar hasn't played as good the last couple weeks. And I just can't see Brady losing 3 straight. So I got to go Bucks. Home team on this one. Bucks win.
Nice. Jaguars, Broncos, both 2-5. Bottom feeders in the AFC right now. 2 teams that I expected the Broncos to be a lot better, but I expected the Jaguars to be at least better than this, sitting at 2-5. This game is in London.
Yep. Wembley
Stadium, 9:30 a.m. kickoff for this one. And
not getting up early for that game.
No, I don't think it'll be I'll probably be up around that time. Like 9:30, but I won't make sure I'm up like I have been for the other ones.
Not a chance.
Not a chance for that. But for this one, I did pick Jacksonville, man. I just have no faith in Russell Wilson and that offense. The Denver defense is one of the best in the league, and they still sit at 2-5, so that just shows you how bad Denver's offense truly is, and Russell Wilson has been. And, Trevor Lawrence hasn't looked the worst. 1,700 yards, 9 touchdowns. Travis Etienne, 68 carries, 415 and a touchdown.
Just traded James Robinson, too.
So that frees up more backfield space for Travis Etienne. And then Christian Kirk, their highly paid receiver, has had a pretty good year so far.
For sure.
So, yeah, I'm going to take the Jaguars.
For this game, I definitely like a low-scoring defensive type of game. Whatever team does that untimely turnover, I think we'll lose this one. I like Jacksonville more than Denver. Denver's definitely underperformed. Great defense, but that offense is just putrid. I got to go with the Jags in this one. Close, boring, just 14-10 type of game.
Yep.
So that'll do it for the Sunday morning game. On to the 1 o'clock game, starting with
Panthers, Falcons. Wow. NFC South. Just a bad matchup here. NFC South, looking terrible division. 3-4 Falcons, 2-5 Panthers. Panthers trade away McCaffrey. They're 0-2 on the road. And this is just a ew kind of matchup.
PJ Walker, Marcus Mariota. This sounds like a running game to me.
Yeah,
like they're just gonna run the ball.
Right, but then who is Chuba Hubbard,
Chuba Hubbard and Donta Foreman are the Panthers running backs. They do a backfield with those two.
Okay.
But Chuba Hubbard might not play Sunday, though.
Well, that's huge. Okay.
I mean, if I'm picking a team in this one, I'm going to go with Atlanta just because I think they're a better team than the Panthers. So I'm just going to go with Atlanta in this one, not overthink it.
Yeah, this is a sloppy matchup, and I did pick the Falcons as well. I think this is another probably low-scoring kind of run. Whoever runs the ball best wins. Chuba Hubbard, especially if he was out, I think that even more favors the Falcons.
Honestly.
But in this case, I like the Falcons offense a whole lot better than the depleted, awful Christian McCaffrey, even less now Panthers offense, as they look to completely rebuild. And I think this game is ugly, but I think the Falcons
pull it out.
Yeah.
Next 1 o'clock game. Chicago going to Dallas. Chicago with a big upset win for me on Monday night versus the Patriots. They smoked them.
Oh, that was huge, yeah. Yep.
For sure. Did not expect that. Dallas with the win over Detroit. A closer game than what the score indicates, especially since Detroit beat themselves with those turnovers at the worst freaking times. I definitely think Dallas' offense and Dak coming back for that first game definitely looked rusty. Didn't really play too well, to be honest with you. I mean, 5 turnovers on your defense. I mean, you got to win that game more than that.
Right.
So, for this game, I think Dak and that offense definitely comes out, plays better. Maybe Chicago hangs in there, but I'm going with Dallas on this one just because that defense that Dallas has is pretty dang good. So, give me Dallas.
Yeah, Dallas' defense has been elite this season.
Crazy.
I'm a little surprised at that. I didn't think their secondary would allow them to be as elite as they are. I thought that their pass rush was going to be really good with Parsons and company, and it has been with him being a freak of nature, and he's going to be just incredible. He's going to just, Micah Parsons is going to be Defensive Player of the Year, every year kind of guy, like another TJ Watt.
It's definitely going to be a competition.
Yeah.
I don't know who's going to win it this year, though. I hope it's him over Aaron Donald, I'll tell you that right now. I haven't heard his name at all.
No, he sucked. He has been lackluster this season. Because I have him in fantasy. He's been very lackluster.
Yeah. I mean, stats don't always tell the tale, but
for sure.
Getting back to that. So you're rolling with Dallas then?
Yeah, I think I'm going to take Dallas, and I think that Dallas offense looks better. Kind of shook the rust off last week in a really bad showing, and still got the win. But I like Dak, and hopefully they use Tony Pollard a whole lot because he's the better back. And CeeDee Lamb throwing the ball a lot too. And I like Dallas to win this one. So we will move on to the Dolphins taking on the Lions. 4-3 Dolphins, 1-5 Lions from Ford Field. This one to me is a beatdown in favor of the Dolphins. I think that they handle Detroit and they handle them very, very easily. I think that that Lions offense, has been shaky, and I have no faith in Jared Goff, and that Miami defense has always been good with a good secondary to kind of clamp up those receivers for Detroit.
Xavier Howard.
And can the Detroit Lions contain Tua's mobility with those fast receivers? I don't think they have the DBs to do that. So I think it's a 17-point win for Miami.
Yeah, I gotta agree here. Detroit's defense has been awful this year. They did play pretty good last week, but one game doesn't change the whole season. They played bad They played bad every game this season. I really think Tua, Tyreek Hill, and Jalen Waddle will put up some big time points here. I don't see Detroit really being able to hang around with them. So give me the Dolphins by at least 10. 2-score game for sure.
Yep. Arizona, Minnesota, 5-1 versus 3-4. This matchup could be interesting if Kyler Murray didn't suck absolute. He is just absolutely terrible. He is absolutely terrible. He is. I think he's overhyped at this point, and I think the Cardinals should be a whole lot better than what they are with the team that they have. But in this one, 5-1, the Vikings have come out crazy. They definitely overperform my expectations at this point. sitting at 5-1, and I expect them to get a comfortable 10-point win against the Arizona Cardinals.
All right. D-Hop comes back last week, get a couple pick sixes, but Minnesota will defeat Arizona. I think Kyler Murray's been good, but he's just too little for me. I can't lie. I feel like his career's not going to really pan out too long. Knock on wood, but when you're that small and you get hit, you're going to get hit as a quarterback.
Yeah.
But pertaining with this game, Minnesota is 5-1, coming off of a bye week. I don't see them losing to Arizona. Arizona hasn't really played, honestly, that good this year, so I am going Minnesota on this one.
Nice. The next matchup, 1 o'clock, Raiders-Saints. 2-5 Saints, 2-4 Raiders from New Orleans. The Raiders are 0-3 on the road this season. The Saints are 1-3 in the Superdome. Wow. Absolutely insane. This matchup is interesting. I mean, you have the Saints offense with an incredible running back and incredible receivers and, an subpar quarterback at best is what you're going to get.
Subpar for sure.
Whoever you're putting in. Call it Rifle, call it Taysom Hill. I mean, Taysom Hill is a gadget player, but he's not subpar, but Dalton and Winston. Yeah. This one, I like the Saints offense better than the Raiders. The Raiders offense, I think that the Raiders defense has looked better, but I don't know, this is just kind of a sloppy kind of really interesting matchup for me, honestly, with both teams matching up pretty well. So I think it'll be close, but I'll take the Saints.
Las Vegas Raiders versus the Saints. For me, this is definitely an interesting matchup. I think it will be a close game, but I'm going to go with the Raiders here. I think Josh Jacobs has been killing it the past few weeks. Honestly, he's played really good. Derek Carr, I thought he played okay last week against Houston. Could have played better, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Devontae Adams is still there. I don't think Darren Waller's playing, though. He hasn't played for a minute.
That's huge.
I like Derek Carr more than Andy Dalton here, to be honest with you. And it's just Chris Olave, Thomas. I don't know when he even comes back. Is Lattimore playing this week? If he is, I think the Saints can. I mean, this is a 50-50 game for me. Yeah. But if Lattimore's not playing, I got to go with, Devontae? Yeah. I'm giving the Raiders in this one.
Nice. Patriots, Jets. It's definitely the time to turn. And the Jets now sit at 5-2, and they have assembled an incredible team. They were bad for a long time, but they have really put together a nice, solid team that can really compete. 5-2 on the year, 1-2 at home, taking on the Patriots from MetLife.
Yeah, hard not to pick the Jets here, to be honest with you. I'm going with the Jets. I don't really know why New England is even thinking about a 2-quarterback system.
They came out and said that? 2-quarterback system?
They didn't say it in quotes, but last week during that Bears game, they benched Mac Jones 3 drives into the game. And they put in Bailey Zappi.
Oh, okay.
So, Belichick said after the game that was the plan, which I don't believe for 1 second.
Right.
So, I could see this being a close game, but in the same fashion, I can almost say I could see the Jets just pounding them.
Just because it's a divisional rivalry kind of game, I'm going to take a no more than 10-point win for the Jets.
Yeah, I got to go with the Jets too. Zach Wilson hasn't played the best, but Breece Hall was killing it. So now you got Michael Carter there. You traded for James Robinson. That's going to take a minute to gel, though. I'm going to go with the Jets, though. I think they pull it off. Close game, though, for me.
For sure. Pittsburgh taking on Philadelphia. Let's hear it.
All right.
Philly's favored by 11. They notoriously whoop the Steelers every single time that they play. And
yes, in Philadelphia.
Curry, is it going to change this week?
No, it's not. We haven't beaten Philadelphia in Philadelphia since 1965. We're talking about 60 years here. So, for me, not only just that, our offense can't do jack. Our coordinator needs to go. He needs to be fired tomorrow. Right now would be better for me, but tomorrow will work too. Eagles undefeated. They've been rolling. They look like one of the best teams in the league. Jalen Hurts has played good. That defense is legit. That secondary is nasty. I don't see Pittsburgh winning this game. I can't. There's no way I can see it happening. Not unless Philadelphia comes out, looks terribly just sloppy out of a bye week, and we get somehow 2 prayers of a turnover. But I don't see it. This game will not be close. 31-10. Give me 31-10.
Ooh.
Philadelphia win.
Ouch.
We're going to get a touchdown, but that's about it.
At least one. Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, Kirk kind of really hit the nail on the head. I don't really think Pittsburgh can even keep this competitive with the way that their offense has looked. Their defense has been their saving grace, but I just don't think they can stop the undefeated, high-flying Eagles offense and Hurts and Smith and A.J. Brown, and they got a decent running game with Miles Sanders.
It's just going to be...
I don't think they can keep it close.
No, it's just going to be one of those games where the defense plays good for only so long.
And then get to
if good at long at all, because that Eagles offense is just... They can do so many things with Hurts' abilities and talents. The RPOs, they have a great running game. Their offensive line is legit. A.J. Brown, legit. Like, they just... Too many playmakers for me. We can't handle that, so... Yeah, Philadelphia, big win for them.
For sure. Moving on. 4:05. Tennessee versus Houston. 4-2 Tennessee. 1-4 Houston. 0-1-1 at home for Houston, and Tennessee is 2-1 on the road from NRG Stadium in Houston. Kurt, who you got?
You know, there might not be a time this year where I ever pick Houston, because let's just keep it real. They're not very talented.
They're very bad.
They've stuck in some games, and their defense has played all right, but that is just devoid of talent. Sure, upsets happen. I'm not picking it to happen this week. I think Tennessee they win this game nasty, 20-10. Maybe Derrick Henry actually says hello and just wipes the floor with them, but I'm taking Tennessee. Houston is just bad. It's too bad for me.
Yeah, Houston, really, really bad. Go Nico. Way to go, Nico. He's done some good things in Houston thus far in his career, so that makes me happy. But other than that, Davis Mills is meh. Their offense is just meh. I mean, defense is really, really bad. 1-4-1. It's Houston. Tennessee's gonna pound them. Next game.
Yeah, next.
3-4 Niners. 3-3 Rams. The Rams are at home, boasting a 2-2 record at SoFi this year. The Niners are 1-3 on the road. That's huge. But doesn't the Niners whoop the Rams?
Yeah.
In the regular season?
Dating back like the past 10 games, I believe the Niners have beaten them like 8 out of 10 times. The Niners did play them earlier this season. They already beat them. I believe it was a Monday night game, actually. 425 game. I'm going with the Niners here, to be honest with you. The Rams haven't played too good this year. They come off a bye week. Stafford hasn't played good. He hasn't gotten that connection going to Allen Robinson yet. Ramsey hasn't played that good this year. Like, they just have not performed well. Niners, I mean, I think they're leading that division right now. It's all a toss-up, though, for that NFC West.
Yeah.
I'm going with the Niners here to come out with the win. They lost last week to the Chiefs, 42-28, and that's just, sometimes it's just one of those days. So give me the Niners here to beat the Rams.
Yeah, I actually, in my pick, picked the Rams. But realizing how the regular season goes, I'm picking the Niners. I'm following the trend of 8 out of 10 or whatever it was. I know it's something ridiculous like that in the regular season for the Niners. They just have their number, and I think it continues. So give me the Niners in I think it'll be an exciting, competitive, probably pretty high-scoring game if Matt Stafford can look
I hope so.
decent.
It's the game that's on TV locally, so
Yeah.
that's what we're all getting.
I definitely want. That's what I want to know. That's what I would want to watch. But for sure,
I mean, for me, high key, it's the next matchup that I would rather watch. High key.
right. But yeah, for sure. Give me the Niners. Competitive, high-scoring. Should be a good matchup, but I think the Niners will win this one. Moving on though, another great matchup. 425. Giants Seahawks.
Mm-hmm.
4-3 Seahawks, who've looked better than most people have thought, versus the 6-1.
Oh shoot, they're winning that division right now. Wow,
Yeah, Seattle is winning that division. Yep.
that's crazy. Okay.
Yeah. Versus the 6-1, very, performing just great, shocking everybody. The Giants here. Saquon Barkley's right back to form, which is crazy.
Danny Dimes.
Danny Dimes looked really, really good, as he's probably getting tired of being clowned.
He's got more rushing yards than Najee.
That's insane. Wow. Wow.
Yep.
Through half the season, Daniel Jones has more rushing yards than Najee Harris.
Yep.
One of the top running backs in the NFL.
Yep.
That is absolutely insane.
That's all you need to know.
That's all you need to know.
All right.
Wow.
Let's preview this game.
Yeah, I mean, this is a good matchup. Geno, they're in Seattle. Geno's played well. Tyler Lockett can still play good. But I'm picking the Giants, and I'm picking the Giants because of Saquon Barkley and Daniel Jones on offense. I mean, Saquon Barkley is just an animal, man, and I just don't think that Seattle's defense can handle Saquon Barkley. And I think Saquon Barkley could end up just having a field day and running for 100 plus for a couple scores and really controlling this game. Seattle's picked in this one, favored by 3. Wow, that is interesting.
That is surprising.
Yeah,
that's pretty surprising, to be honest with you. For me, I'm going to get gutsy with this one. I'm going with Seattle to pull off what I thought would be the upset, but I didn't think they'd be favored. But anyways, I'm going with Seattle here to pull off a big win, a close, really good, mid-scoring type of game, maybe in the 20s. Give me somewhere in the 20s. I like Geno to keep balling. He played all right last week. Unfortunately, DK Metcalf did get hurt. That's a bit of a loss for sure. Kenneth Walker has been killing it.
yeah.
I like Seattle with a close win here to give the Giants their second loss, and I think this will be a good game. I think this is one of the best games of the week, which is crazy, but I think it's a good matchup.
Yeah, these 425 games, both though, mostly, I mean, Commanders Colts is really good, but these two are really.
That's the one we
good.
haven't talked about yet.
Yeah. Oh wow, I that's funny.
Yeah.
I literally skipped right over it. Commanders Colts. I mean, can you blame me? Heineke versus a terrible
Sam Ellinger.
Oh my God, it's not even right. I forgot.
They benched Matt
him
for the rest of the season.
I forgot. It's already for the rest of the season.
They said not even injury related. They're benching him for the rest of the season.
He's retiring.
Probably.
Wow. Yeah, I was gonna say I just remembered about Sam Ellinger. I mean, this gives the Colts a good chance to win with Jonathan Taylor.
I hope so. Fingers crossed, baby. Come on.
What is he? Is he like supposed to play or?
Yeah. He played last week. He'll be hopefully better this week.
Okay. So yeah, I think for that, I think it's kind of like a low scoring, just boring kind of game.
Nasty.
Heineke, that Commanders offense is all right. Jonathan Taylor could really do some damage, I think.
I hope so.
And give me the Colts in this one, but a really sloppy, just ugly game.
Yeah, for me, unless you're a fan of these teams, don't watch this. I'm sorry.
There's other 425 games on. Just go find. Go find the other good.
Go read a book. I don't know.
If you can't find the games, just do something more productive.
This game stinks to me. I mean, Wentz ain't even playing.
Yeah.
Which I guess would have been weird. Wentz going to Indianapolis, same team last year, whatever. Yeah, I'm going with the Colts in this one. I think I think they're definitely a better team than Washington. Ron Rivera, threw Wentz under the bus. Taylor Heineke really ain't much. Colts have a decent squad. They did upset the Chiefs somehow. Let's not forget about that. So I think there's a better squad. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm speaking of existence. JT's going to go off. I'm saying it. JT is going off. 2 touchdowns. Colts win.
Nice. Well, that'll finish it off for the 425 games. And we will get to a really interesting night game. 3-4 Packers taking on the 5-1 Buffalo Bills from Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park.
Yep.
This, I don't know. The Bills' defense is really good.
Yeah.
I'm taking the Bills. I'll just say that right now. What I'm debating on is if it's close or not, because Rodgers, he shows up in big games, and I feel like this is one that he could definitely. Everybody thinks it's going to be a blowout, so he keeps it competitive kind of thing. But I just don't know if he has the receivers, and even the receivers that he does have.
And it's Alan Lazard, Dubes, and Christian Watson, I believe. Those 2 rookies they drafted.
Yeah.
I think Randall Cobb's even in there a little bit.
Yep.
For me, this is. I mean, like Hunter mentioned, this is one of those games where Aaron Rodgers could say, "Did you guys forget about me?" And I could, and it's crazy because in one sense, I know we're playing both cards here, but like, I could really see him just going off because that's just how he is.
Yeah.
That's just how he is. Everybody could be just saying the Bills are going to destroy him, and then he's just like, nah. But I mean, let's keep it honest here though. Green Bay has lost 2 games in a row. The Jets game, they get manhandled, but at least the Jets are decent, good. But that loss to the Commanders last week, that's unacceptable.
Terrible.
I think at one point Aaron Rodgers barely even had 100 yards passing.
Yep.
When we were watching it, we were like, Aaron Rodgers has 80 yards passing in the third quarter. What's going on here? But I got to pick. I'm going Buffalo here. I don't think it's close. I mean, that's probably what everyone else is thinking, but Buffalo has been. They've been on fire this year. They come out of the bye week, the game prior. They beat the Chiefs. They're the best team in the AFC right now, in my opinion. And I don't think Green Bay matches up good. I just don't. Buffalo's defense has been legit. Josh Allen is going off. Diggs, Gabe Davis, that offense has been money. I'm going Buffalo here, and honestly, it's going to be ugly. 35-10.
Oh.
It's going to be ugly.
Kurt takes away the ugly.
Sunday Night Football.
Yeah. Potential there for a good matchup. Who knows what will happen. We're both taking the Bills. And we have one more game to finish off the week. The Bengals versus the Browns from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. Good matchup. 4-3 Bengals, 2-5 Browns. Notice how I'm watching yet, and that's the biggest thing for me. But Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt have looked really, really good for the Browns in that offense. The Browns defense hasn't played very bad, themselves, but there's some really close losses this season, and I think that continues. And I think I will take the Bengals to win by 10 points.
Yeah, Bengals at Browns. Typically, over the past few years, the Browns have owned the Bengals because Baker Mayfield just plays magical against them somehow.
Yeah.
Nick Chubb, obviously, as we all know, is legit. He's been playing pretty good. Jacoby Brissett's had his moments. They lost a really close game to the Ravens last week on a missed field goal attempt to at least tie the game. It was 63 yards. I don't understand why they called a false start on the play that made it a 63-yarder, but whatever. Cleveland typical close game loss. Hard not to pick the Bengals here for me, to be honest with you. Even though Jamar Chase is down for a while, which that sucks. That's a big loss to the Bengals.
Yeah.
Luckily they have the wide receiver depth to withstand that hit, but still, Jamar Chase is still a big loss for them.
Yep.
I mean, regardless. T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd are good. Joe Mixon's got a lot of touches. This hasn't produced too well. But I am going with the Bengals here to win. I mean, they're 4-3. They won a couple games in a row. So, I'm going to go with the Bengals. I think their offense just puts up too many points for the Browns to keep up with. I'm not thinking nothing crazy from Burrow like last week. Like, that was crazy. Like, the past 2 weeks he's been going off. But I do think he'll give him like 2 tutties and no picks. Little mix in there too. So, Bengals win. Let's go. Let's do 24-13. Bengals win.
For sure. Good one. Let's briefly talk about our fantasy as we did last week. So, I was 2-0, I believe. Yes, I do believe I was 2-0 as I'm going back into week 7. Yes, I won 144-70 as he really wasn't able to change up his lineup or just didn't really make the effort to. So, he puts up 70 points and I get the easy win in that league. And then, this week I'm 3-4 now. I got a guy 3-4 playing Buddy Tim 3-4. And right now Mike Evans has 3 points, but Tampa Bay is in the red zone. So, interesting to see how that game will go. And then I also did win in my Yahoo League, and I won that 161-96.
Oh, so you blew him out of the water.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, Eckler put up 36 points. Ramondre Stevenson had 23.
Remember when you were skeptical?
Yeah.
Remember? And what did I tell you before the year? I was like, just pick him.
I knew this was going to happen, but I definitely was skeptical for sure. Kittle definitely was the start, scoring 21. Everett ended up only scoring 11, so the play would have been Pickens over Lockett, who got 11. But give or take there, I still get the beatdown win.
The good thing is with Pickens, we are starting to see his floor at least.
Yeah.
So that's a good. We're starting to see. He'll get just 6 or 7 on a bad day, but God forbid if we get a touchdown once in our lives, he might get one, so he might get you 13, maybe 14.
Right.
But the day we finally see the light and throw that man 10+ targets, just don't get me started. But anyways, let's keep rolling.
Yeah, I mean, so in this matchup, I am what am I 3 I'm 4-3 in this league, and my opponent is 3-4, as they're just a log game in my league of 3-4 and 4-3 teams, all in the middle of this pack. So should be an interesting week in fantasy for sure. Kurt, what do you got?
All right, I'll start off with the league we're in, the 8-man for NFLs. Going back to last week, we pulled off a win, 150-140.
Ooh.
Top scorers were Eckler, obviously, with 36, and then Aaron Jones with 28. I survived the hit of Jamar Chase, which was really
tough.
That was scary. I was like, come on, man.
Right.
So, we moved to 5-2 and second place for the league we're in. Previewing this week, it's going to be tough. Playing Devin right now, he's got Fournette in, little Brady, which has been doing too well. But the reason why I think this will be tough for me is a lot of my players have really tough matchups this week, just because a lot of my players are on a bye week. Rip the Charger players. Aaron Jones going up against Buffalo. I think he's going to bust. And Christian Kirk playing Denver. I think he's going to bust too.
That's tough.
But when I go on my bench, I have no choice.
Right.
I mean, I could put in. I just can't. Not against Philadelphia. I can't put in. I can't. So that does it for this one. I think that'll be a really close game. I think Devin might pull it off, though, just because I don't like the matchups. But it happens. Going to my Yahoo League last week, we got our asses kicked.
Ouch.
We didn't score enough points. 113-158.
Oh, I mean,
Eckler got me 32. And my second leading score was... Smith with 18, but my players just didn't perform good, as that's how this season has been. And the reason why I really lost was, in this league, Joe Burrow got 60 points. So, yeah, you know, I nothing I can do there.
Yeah, that's hard to come back from.
Nothing I can do
Hard
there.
to come back from when one player gets 60, because I had two get like 57 one weekend. It's really, you're really almost unbeatable when your quarterback's putting up numbers like that.
Yeah, when your quarterbacks have one of those games, it's just, you know, good luck to your opponent.
Yep.
For this week, I think we might have a chance, but not having Eckler this week, Keenan Allen this week, that's just, I don't like it. I need Taylor to go off, so I'm speaking into existence. Taylor, give me a 30-point game. Come on.
Nice.
We need it.
What's your record in that league now?
Oh, man. 1-6, 9th place.
Ouch.
I'm not quitting, but, man,
It's getting tough.
not fun. Not fun getting my butt kicked.
Keep fighting. Keep fighting for
Keep
sure.
fighting.
But that will pretty much do it. I think Kurt and I are going to go catch the rest of the
Yeah, man, I'm ready to
Thursday
watch this game. I want to watch this game.
night game. It was a good episode of NFL coverage this week.
Week 8.
And week 8 is now in the books. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe. We will see you Friday as we preview the college football week and Michigan versus Penn State. Get you guys ready for that. It's going to be a great weekend. Starting off with college, ending with some NFL. And here we go. Another week in sports is in the books for NFL. And we'll see you guys Friday night.
We out.
Peace.